Hello YouTube, this is Bowtied Media, a music review channel that specializes in electronic and EDM music, and today I have a review of Snareskin's Forward EP. This is Snareskin's second EP, which his last one came out back all the way in 2015 with Snares on a Plane, so it's been 5 years since we've seen a compilation, project from Snareskin. His style is very much in the realm of future bass, with a strong emphasis on his classical piano education. And I would say personally, he's actually one of the more creative and interesting future bass producers right now. His style is quite unique and pretty solidified, and I think if you haven't heard him before, you would really like his stuff. I've had Snareskin on my radar ever since Mad For You featuring Trove came out on Monstercat, and it was a one-off release, which I wish he would have a little bit more, but that's where I first heard him, and that song actually was one of my favorite songs of the year, so I was really excited to go in and dive into this EP. The EP is 4 songs long, 12 minutes, and it's pretty much a staple length in the EDM electronic music industry right now. The song Better starts off the EP, and I found right away that the vocalist was pretty abrupt in their vocal performance and delivery right away, and it took me a few listens to actually kind of feel like the song was, more normalized. The vocal performance just didn't sit well with me right away, and I think Amber Goma's style would be something I would say is more toned to that of a singer from the Roaring '20s, kind of an almost classical voice, where it is very modern in that sense too, but it adds a lot of elements from kind of the old school. It almost feels like it could be on one of those crackling mics. Production-wise, this is actually my second favorite song from the EP, and I think Snareskin gives this drop the most, individual limelight compared to any other product on this project. Moving on to Wonder, this is easily my favorite song from the EP. For the first bit of the song, H. Kenneth's vocals actually reminded me a lot of 21 Pilots, not so much in the drop, but more especially in the verses and pre-choruses. And while I did like his vocals quite a bit, the best part of the song is easily its production. Snareskin has these 18th note hits that have easily become his staple sound in all that you listen to. I think if you were to go back and listen to all of his entire discography, you would hear it quite a bit, and it's definitely most predominant in this song across the entire EP. The song is a quick, bright hit of joy that also manages to tackle some kind of deeper, worldly questions, even though it's on a more surface level. Walking is a pretty average song in my opinion, and what I think puts it from good to, more average is that it's not as dynamic as I wished it would have been. I think the first drop actually serves the song quite well, but if it would have built into a more grand second drop, I would have given the song a little bit of a higher score in my own opinion, but I think the copy-paste drop into the second just really didn't do it for me. Again, lyrically, the song takes a pretty surface-level approach to the idea of a shameful relationship or shameful past relationship that's pretty easy to digest, and I think people would understand it quite simply. The final track of the EP is In Over My Head, and I think it's Snareskin's weakest on the project, and I think it's just because of the drop. While I felt that the last 3 drops had a lot more of the creative oomph to the kind of future-based production, this one felt just bland and almost boring. I mean, it's fun, but it's really not that great, and it gets really repetitive after just a few listens. This track almost felt like a poor man's version of Wonder, the second song from the EP, as I think it follows the same almost thematic elements, even though there's not much of it, and production style. Overall, I thought this project was just above average. Better and Wonder are definitely standout tracks from the EP, and the last 2 are just sort of meh, or below, or just at average. While the EP doesn't tackle any real narrative motifs lyrically, the song is bright in its production and would provide a good listen regardless. And with that being said, I would give this album a 6. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Bowtied Media. If you have any suggestions on EPs or albums that I want to review, leave them in the comments below. I will see you guys in another video.